Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matthew Campbell is live with the new timeline now being laid out. Matthew.
Yeah, Aaron and Mark, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, the former FDA commissioner, was a guest at today's news conference, and the timeline still remains the same. Winter's going to be bad, and hopefully by summer we're going to have a clear path out of this. But what struck me is how bad the winter is actually projected to be. Look at this map right now from COVID exit strategy. Right now, for the first time since the pandemic began, nearly every state is in deep red, experiencing what they're calling uncontrolled spread. Dr. Gottlieb says this is now more than ever a national epidemic as opposed to the regional epidemic that we saw in the spring. And that's why he says this second wave will be the toughest to get through. He projects a very difficult 2 or 3 months because the expectation was always that the virus would be at its worst in the winter.
This is the final stage of the acute phase of this pandemic that we need to get through. Unfortunately, it's going to be the hardest phase right now. We're in for a very difficult 2 or 3 months. We always thought that the fall and the winter would be the most difficult period with this virus. This is a respiratory pathogen that would typically spread in the wintertime. Now we're in that winter.
And he is projecting that the virus will peak in January, and there is reason for hope. When we get through the next few months, Gottlieb says by the spring we should have a vaccine and antibodies, which will hopefully get us out of this sooner. Live here at the Digital Desk, Matthew Campbell, Channel 3 News.